Welcome to Premier Sports Talk. We are live in the studio, bringing you the sports talk show for the people. Let's dive in.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? To my faithful Dawg Pound crew, to all the loyal Browns fans, to all the Shedeur supporters, and of course, to the Shedeur haters. I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk, and like I said, I'm coming back with another one of this day 5 of the Cleveland Browns on the field recap. Like I said I would. I posted a video earlier when they was posting out live video highlights, and I'm coming back in to give you some more in-depth analysis about this. So like I said, welcome all. You see, on this day 5 of the Cleveland Browns minicamp, that just wrapped up there in Cleveland a couple hours ago, you see the storyline is still continuing up there. You know, there's a saying that seeing is believing. I'm going to say that again. We all heard the phrase, seeing is believing. But the national media, the local media, they don't want us to believe what our eyes have been, what we've been seeing, what's been revealed to us. They trying to tell us the play we're seeing on the field, it ain't what you think it is. Like we blind, like we got blurred vision. And now the narrative is with Deshaun Watson, you know, the first week of training camp was wrapped up last week. This was the first day of pads up there in Cleveland. The narrative has changed from, you know, making excuses for Deshaun Watson throwing interceptions. Now the narrative is switching to Dillon Gabriel, of all people, Dillon Gabriel, who's getting third team and fourth team reps. Of course, he's supposed to look good. He was a third-round pick last year in the NFL's draft. Then now all of a sudden, with Watson not looking good, that now Dillon Gabriel is the best and most consistent QB out on the field, which doesn't make a lick of sense. What are they talking about? This is the local media up there, moving the goalposts, changing the narrative once again. But like I said, seeing is believing. And like I said, Shedeur Sanders, he's sending a message to every doubter. He ain't worried about proving all his naysayers wrong. All he's concerned about is proving himself right, perfecting his skill set. Shedeur Sanders keeps making the most of every opportunity. And like it says in my thumbnail, Sanders is doing more with less. He's doing more with less. And what you all need to realize is when you, between Watson and Sanders, they've been splitting the first team reps. One day, one QB gets all the first team reps, and the opposite quarterback gets the second team reps. Then one day, they switch up, and then Shedeur get all the first team reps, and Watson gets the second team reps. And then Gabriel and Tyler Green get the other reps. But what you need to know is, and what I'm bringing to your attention, whichever quarterback gets the first team reps, the number one quarterback on a particular day, they get more reps than the others. You hear me? Todd Monken previously broke it down. If you take a piece of a pie, all right, and you break it up, and you say Shedeur, and Todd Monken said, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, say QB1 gets 55% of the reps. QB2 gets 30-something% of the reps. And then QB3 and 4, they break up the last piece of the pie. That last piece of the pie, they got to split it in half. Matter of fact, they don't even get to split it in half. The third and fourth string quarterback, that last piece of the pie that they got to split, they have to split it, not 50-50 down the middle. One gets 3/4 of it, and that QB that's in that number 4 position, he'd be lucky if he even get 3 to 5 reps out the day. Sometimes I may only get 2. And I'm saying this to say, whatever reps you get, we all know the storyline. You got to make the best of that opportunity. That when you get those reps, we got to make them count. We got to make them count. And I'll hit that QB tracker up later. Again, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. If you enjoy this content, the ask is that you hit that like button and especially drop your comment. And I reply back to all of them. I try to do my very best to reply back to everybody whenever you do. If you take the time to drop a comment, I make sure I take the time to respond to you. That's the only professional thing to do, you know. So like I said, Shedeur Sanders continues to make the most of every opportunity to get, whether it be 10 reps, 15 reps, 16 reps, 25 reps. He makes the best of his opportunity. And we're going to see him here on these Day 5 recap. And in this particular airing, I'm going to show Shedeur Sanders reps. I'm going to show Deshaun Watson's reps. I'll probably tap in, maybe show some Dillon, Gabriel, some Tyler Green. But I'm going to let you hear what's going on. And people are crashing out now about Deshaun Watson. They're speaking voicefully, nationally and locally up there, you know, that they don't think that Shedeur Watson should start as QB1. It's starting to come out. And the naysayers, they it's like a WWE match. One narrative is on one side of the gun line, the other narrative is on the other side of the gun line. It is crazy what I just heard Mary Kay say after practice is how Dillon Gabriel is the most consistent quarterback and he should be getting more reps. She's the same one that said Dillon Gabriel was a supercomputer and oh, how the mighty has fallen. And then she turned his back out on him whenever he got pulled. He got benched. He never had the opportunity to come back. Well, his play didn't give him the opportunity to come back. But now she's trying to spin that narrative. And that's why we who support Shedeur Sanders, you always hear us say, y'all keep spinning the narrative. Anybody but Shedeur. Anybody but Shedeur. But we see with our own eyes the performance of Shedeur Sanders. He has improved 1,000%, as Joe Hayden would say, the former NFL cornerback for the Cleveland Browns, who also played for my Pittsburgh Steelers. He always say 1,000% Shedeur Sanders has improved from last year. And everybody's coming out speaking loudly. We all know what happened to Shedeur Sanders. He didn't get a fair chance. People are trying to fess up about it. But nobody can say now that Shedeur's not getting the opportunity because he is getting the opportunities with the ones and twos. And let me tell you, he's making the very best of every opportunity. And if you ask me, not just because I'm a Shedeur Sanders supporter, you know, that false narrative that Deshaun Watson was in the lead, well, by the play we seen from week 1 and today, Shedeur Sanders is putting the pressure on that vet, Deshaun Watson. Shedeur Sanders is not speaking with words. He's speaking with his work ethic. He's speaking with his play on the field. And he's speaking with his accurate passing, showing and saying the team jump up and down and scream and holler. And the coaches, when Shedeur Sanders throws a touchdown, and they throwing their wrist up. The coaches are throwing their wrist up. We didn't see this last year. And Todd Monken said the players decide who plays. And he means the player's performance decides who will be in position 1, position 2, or position 3. The player's performance decides the outcome, who plays where. The player's performance decides who Coach Monken see that the team is rallying behind, who the team sees is elevating the players around them, who the team sees that his fellow player will make sacrifices against themselves just to help their fellow player. Because all I've seen since training camp started is after practice, I've seen Tyler Green and Shedeur Sanders out there on the field getting some extra work in. And Shedeur Sanders seeing himself and Tyler Green where he wasn't getting hardly any of the reps and he wasn't getting the opportunities. But Shedeur Sanders is taking time pouring in to Tylen Green. And Tylen Green's going to remember that for the rest of his life, no matter what the outcome is. He respects Shedeur Sanders even more just for him taking time to assist him. That's a player. That's a we, the team mindset. That's not me, myself, and I ain't got time to pour into you. Because I have yet, and you have yet, to see Deshaun Watson put any extra work in after practice, at least the clips that we've been seeing, pouring into another player. I'm just speaking facts. I haven't seen it yet. You got to let me know. You see, the more we see Shedeur Sanders do well up there, and I'm going to get to the clips. I promise you I'm going to get to the clips. I just want to speak, give you my thoughts and my analysis on this so far. You see, the more we see Shedeur Sanders do well, the more the local media and even the national media tries to put up roadblocks, try to put a barrier and make excuses for Deshaun Watson. And they don't want to give Shedeur Sanders his due kudos, his due, they should be giving him accolades. But when Shedeur's the one that's out there throwing them accurate passes and the coaches is throwing their hand up and screaming and hollering, the players are rallying around him, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. That's all I got to say. But then it also, some people, they getting up and they standing up and they asking this question. They are asking this question. And when we listen to this, I want you to tell me, what are your thoughts? Y'all got to tell me your thoughts. I got to play it over so y'all can hear it. Y'all tell me. Answer the question in the chat. That was early in the morning today on Unsportsmanlike. That was the voice of Chris Canty, Super Bowl winner with the New York Giants. That was his voice. He's saying it don't make sense to him. Y'all heard it. So I need y'all to answer the question that he was asking on the show live today, Unsportsmanlike. Comes on early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I believe. But I just wanted you to hear that. And then this next thing I'm going to show you here, the next thing I'm going to show you is that Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, one of the analysts that sits on the panel, Mr. Dustin, we're going to hear from him. He's a former NFL player. He played for the University of Ohio State, and he played for my Pittsburgh Steelers. But like I said, he's one of the panel members on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And I like how these people are really speaking their mind. I ain't going to say they 10 toes down for Shedeur Sanders, but I'm at least give them 5 toes down. They got 5 on it. You hear me? They got 5 on it.
See any reason why. Now, things could obviously change, but I don't think it's going to change. Why Shedeur is not just going to be the starting quarterback, like from day one, and give him every opportunity. Yeah. He's the only guy in that room that I think has any realistic chance of being the franchise quarterback. The other guys, no chance. No chance.
Yeah.
Like, And it's hilarious to me when you hear about like Deshaun made the comments the other day about like he's open to resigning with the Browns, and I'm like,
oh my God, yeah,
can't coach awareness.
yeah.
You just can't coach awareness.
These
I want to play this again. I'm gonna let you listen to it again, so it'll sink into your mind.
I just don't see any reason why. Now things could obviously change, but I don't think it's going to change. Why Shedeur is not just going to be the starting quarterback, like from day one, and give him every opportunity.
Yeah.
He's the only guy in that room that I think has any realistic chance of being the franchise quarterback. The other guys, no chance. No chance.
Yeah.
Like, and it's hilarious to me when you hear about like Deshaun made the comments the other day about like he's open to resigning with the Browns, and I'm like,
oh my God, yeah,
can't coach awareness.
yeah.
You just can't coach awareness.
These,
Like I said, he played for the University of Ohio State. He sits on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show panel. He actually also played for my Pittsburgh Steelers also. So we're hearing from professional NFL football players. We're hearing from them, and they're speaking their mind. So tell me in the chat, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, y'all? I need you to tell me, what are your thoughts? I want to know, what are your thoughts? So we're going to start showing some of these clips. And you guys tell me what you think. These clips right here are of Shedeur Sanders. All his plays from the day. I'll show the QB tracker at the end of this. I can tell you he had a total of 16 reps. One thing I've noticed that we have not seen Shedeur Sanders not in optional training camp. He was repping with the rookies last week, him, Deshaun, Gabriel, and Tyler Green. We have not Shedeur Sanders retreat backwards in that one play in practice. He moves forward up in the pocket. If the play is not open, we've seen him throw it away so he wouldn't lose any yards. He's elevated his game. He's worked on everything that General Manager Barry has told him that he needed to work on, what the coaching staff told him he needed to work on, and what Todd Monken has told him to work on. And a lot of the throws that occur, like I said, he only got 16 reps, but several of the non-completions today were the wide receivers, the ball hitting them in the hand, and they just dropped it. Now, that one was an underthrown ball. I'm not making excuses for Shedeur at all. I'm not. I don't do that here. Call it like I see it. And yes, he has gotten faster. When people think of Deshaun Watson, they think of him back in the Houston Texans days, what he was before the 2 injuries. But even Deshaun Watson told us in the past interview, he's not trying to be that person that he was back when he played for the Houston Texans. He doesn't have that ability right now, but he does, believe in himself that he can be a very competitive NFL player that can lead a team to win. So, but Deshaun Watson spoke in a video clip that he put out on Instagram. He puts a lot of posts over on your Instagram. Touchdown pass to Gage Lavidan. Beautiful thing. He's going to have a hard time making a wide receiver crew. That he talked about, he's going to be stepping on people's necks, no matter who's in his way. Well, I'll tell you what, there's somebody applying a whole lot of pressure, and they ain't trying to step on the neck. They're trying to crush the top of their head. I'm going to show this over. Show these highlight clips of Shedeur Sanders, then I'll go into the highlight clips of Deshaun Watson. Y'all tell me, seeing is believing. I need y'all to tell me what your thoughts are about Shedeur Sanders' play today. See that ball hit him, the running back, right in his hand. It was a little bit of behind him, but they say if the ball hits your hand, you should catch it. But like again, I'm not making excuses for Shedeur Sanders. The pass was behind him. It cause number 23, I believe his last name is Marshall, was not able to pull in the pass. Shedeur Sanders took number 2 reps all day today. Deshaun Watson took reps with the number 1 team today. Shedeur had a total of 16 reps with the number 2 team. Deshaun Watson had a total of 25 reps with the number 1s today. That I will show you. That's the ball that was underthrown. So what we seen Shedeur Sanders throw a ball behind the running back, and he dropped the ball, and then that ball was underthrown right there. It's that deep one. Touchdown. It's just a beautiful thing watching Mr. Shedeur Sanders throw. That's the Gage Lavendam. He's got a battle to try to make the team. He definitely has a battle to make the team. Definitely having a battle to make the team. But I need y'all to tell me, what are your thoughts, y'all? What are your thoughts? Do you think Shedeur Sanders should be QB1? Matter of fact, who do you want to see QB1? That's the better question. Who do you want to see QB1? Do you want it to be Dillon Gabriel? Do you want it to be Deshaun Watson? I need to know your thoughts. Matter of fact, put W6 in the chat if you wanted to be Gabriel. Put W4 in the chat if you wanted to be Deshaun Watson. Put W2 in the chat if you wanted to be Shedeur Sanders. I want to know, y'all. I want to know. I need y'all to let me know. Y'all got to tell me, man. Y'all got to tell me. Let's hit that button. Let's pop this up. We should be seeing all the clips today from Deshaun Watson. Okay, we got Watson here. Let's see. I promise y'all I'll come back in here and give you a full video feed of each Watson and Shedeur Sanders on the field practice day 5 highlights. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, bless the channel. Hit that like button. Drop your comments in. And if you ain't subscribed to Premier Sports Talk, become a part of this Premier Sports Talk family. Become a Premier Soldier and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. The cost is free just to subscribe to the channel and become a Premier Soldier. I think when I woke up this morning, I needed 5 more subscribers to be at 4,300 subscribers. The goal is to hopefully get 5,000 subscribers before the end of August. That would be a blessing. Be halfway to 10,000 subscribers. Trying to reach 5,000 subscribers before the end of the month. Become a Premier Soldier. I will say this. Only one quarterback threw 2 touchdowns today. The good thing is no quarterback threw any interceptions today. That was good. Number 79 playing with the first team. He lost a lot of weight, but as you can see, he looking lost out there. Come on, DeJuan Jones. I'm rooting for you. That's a big guy. Like I said, when we get done watching Watson's clips, I'll put up the QB tracker. As my thumbnail says, Shedeur Sanders did more with less. But I wanted to show you the views. I wanted to show you the highlights. Just like I said I would earlier. My word is my word. I keep it real with you. Hope you enjoy. Like I said, right after this, the QB tracker's coming up. And my question to you is, before this clips out, who do you think is going to be QB1? I'm serious about that. You let me know who you want it to be. What I can say is seeing is believing, like I said earlier. And we seen with our eyes is that one thing about Shedeur Sanders, he's focused on him being a better person, being a better teammate, and improving his skill set. That's what he's working on every day. He ain't responding to the outside noise. He ain't responding or letting himself be distracted with all the negative naysayers. He says he knows people's going to hate. But you know how Shedeur Sanders been responding and claps back at the naysayers? And the Grossies and the Mary Kay Cabots and the Anthony Lima who changed the narrative and moved the goalposts, no matter how good his improvement has been, Shedeur Sanders claps back with his play that can't be denied. I ain't going to pretend to be blind. Yes, I'm a Shedeur Sanders supporter, but I will give kudos, whether it be Dillon Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, Tyler Green. If there's a good play, I'm going to show it. And I'm going to say it. But one thing is for sure. What my eyes see is somebody's been consistent out there. Somebody has the most TD passes in camp. Somebody has only had one interception while the other one has 6 interceptions. You be the judge. Share your thoughts in the comments. And like I said, I was going to show you this QB tracker. QB tracker for today. Day 5. Day 5. Shedeur Sanders went with the number 2, went with the second team offense. He went 8 for 16 through 2 touchdowns. His percentage rating for the day was 50%. Deshaun Watson, 50%, 52% passing rating for today's practice. He got a total of 25 reps, went 13 for 25. The good thing is there was no interceptions. The last practice on day 4, out on the field, he threw 3. Terrible thing. Then Gabriel continues to do good. Like I just said, if they do good, I'm going to say it. He went 7 to 12, got 12 reps today, had the highest completion percentage, 58%. But keep in mind, it was against the number 3s and the 4s. He did on the spotting drills get to go opposite of Deshaun Watson and got to throw some when there was 2 spotting on the field. He got to throw some plays to some of the wide receivers on the team. And Todd Monken said in his press conference today, if he continues to see Dillon do well, he'll try to get him more opportunities to blend him in with the more reps. And everything we've seen from Todd Monken, he's been true to his word. He's definitely been true to his word, y'all. He's definitely been true to his word. I need y'all to tell me your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think? Who's your QB1? And more importantly, who do you think should be the backup quarterback? That's the real question. That is the real question. I would love for you to tell me. You know, it's one thing to see who's going to win the QB battle, but more importantly, who's going to be QB2? Somebody got to tell me in the chat. But right now,
Legendary.
I got a special announcement. Today's Monday, Wednesday. I will be live at the Cleveland Browns facility. Going live.
You know just what it is. Chosen for the land. My
Saturday,
spirit
the
can't be
Cleveland Browns player in
broken. My
person.
light is eternal.
That's right, me,
Believing in my
Double
soldier
P.
that's supporting. Hater
Live
make
in
them shake,
Berea.
but their verbal air shall not
There's
prosper.
only a 27% chance of rain.
Just remember,
So it looks like the most
my
high.
soldier, throw your wrist up and get prayed to
They're
the
gonna let me
Most
check
High.
something off my bucket list.
Chosen to grow, to bring glory to the land. You know what it is.
Shedeur Sanders told
You know
us,
what it is.
if you want to change your culture,
You know what it is. You know what it is.
if you want a new mindset,
You know what it is.
if you want to
In
win,
the trap, I'm talking records and I
choose
really
him.
live. Ain't no difference, see my life is like a motion picture. Legendary, I was born to be a born winner. In the mirror, see my spirit and I know I'm gifted. All my soldiers, throw your wrist up with a new militia. All my partners,
said, what?
nigga,
Throw the
feeling,
wrist
but they
up.
know we win.
He said, throw the wrist up. I'm gonna give y'all some melody. Close out this episode.
Throw your wrist up at every score. Let them know you rapping for Shedeur. I say again, throw your wrist up at every score. Let them know you rapping for Shedeur. Going D, no friends in the end zone. They know when the wrist going, know we on 10 toes. Keep on making 10-fold, keep on 10-fold. Show you what it's 10 for, you know what it is, bro. You know how we get, bro. We don't play about it. Don't play with his children, don't play with his anointed. If you ain't know, then it's about time that you found out. If you ain't know, then it's about time that you found out. Throw it up, touchdown. We in a new era and you can't stop what's predestined. And it's all praise to the Most High. And it's all praise to the Most High.
I'm Double P, the host of Premier Sports Talk. And you picked up the content that I put down and you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and become a Premier Soldier. Because I would love for you to be a frontline soldier.
Whole gang saying talk. Whole gang saying proud. Yeah. Talk slick on my name. They gon'
Be a
hurt you
Premier
down.
Soldier.
They 10 toes down with me. They're my front line soldier. Talk down this around you quick. Energy get colder. They won't take no slander. Turn rumors into closure. They 10 toes, yeah, my front line soldier. They down with me, they down with me. They 10 toes down with me. They front line soldier. They fight for me, they ride for me. They 10 toes, yeah, my front line soldier. They were there when it rained. Same ones in the sun. Share late night plates. Split fire with the one. If I ever say move, they already in motion. Got straight from the mud. Earn rain, no promotion. They see me and my lords never change tone once. They ain't flinch when the pressure, they just tighten their fronts. If you even think shade, they gon' step out the smoke. Watch your mouth out, bro, that's the code they spoke. They 10 toes down with me. That's my front line soldier. Talk down this around you quick.
Give you a
Energy
Premier mix.
get colder.
The Premier Drop.
Hold on. I step in the storm, New York on my back, ice in the form. Busting through the line, I cut through steel. No one's safe when the whole room feel. You talk real loud till the pressure come close, then your voice get thin like a rip in your coat. Slapping you sideways, watching you fall. One look from the pack and the whole place froze. QB yelling out, man, out again. Another wild snap when I'm breaking the fence. I got bite marks deep. In the night, got the kind of hunger that don't ask twice. Hold on. You better brace for the sound. Hold on. When I circle around. Time out. You can call it if you want, but when that whistle blows, I'm back at the front. Hold on. Dog pound coming through. Dog pound. Hold on. You don't want what I do. You don't want it. Time out.
You down with the Cleveland Browns, hit that like button. If you repping for Shedeur Sanders, hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Coming through.
Somebody. The Most High is calling your name.
Stop
Stop
rejecting
rejecting
the
your blessings.
blessings. What you pray for is in your sight, but you stuck in no reflections. Living trapped in yesterday's night. Ain't a quick fix for your saving. Every diamond farms through the strain. Even heaven's chosen had to walk roads full of trials and heavy pain. I saw the steps in my spirit, but I still walk through the fire. Gave the people what they wanted, carry rumors, doubting liars. Every scar on my mental, every cut and every bruise was a sign I've been selected. I was built so I can't lose. I've been chosen for the battle. I bring victory to the land. Stop rejecting all your blessings. Take that promise in your hand. Through the slander and the doubting, through the fear and all the stressing, you the one that's been anointed. Stop rejecting your own blessing.
I'm just trying to give the people what you want. Again, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. Blessings fall upon you and your family.
Reason Will in the room. Double PP on the line.
That's when me and Big Will do a live collaboration.
All things sports every time. Pull up your seat, let the good talk go. Reserved at the table, we gon' feed your soul. Hit that like, hit that share. Drop your comments, we be right there. Gotta get the people what they want. Gotta get the people what they want. Reese Wheel and Double PP. We got the people on the front. Gotta get them. Coming to you live from Atlanta Sports News. High energy, Double P. Putting on for the people. Sports drop, hot takes, fact share. Never running from the false shade. Your opinions, they matter. Here we'll share your views. If you didn't know, now you know. We listen here to you. Share Premier Sports. Push the channel out in the atmosphere. Hit that like, subscribe. Tap the bell. It's time to cook the latest topics. Off the